Hello, my sunshines. I just wanted to come on and do a voiceover of my car buying journey. Most of you all have probably seen by now my shorts that I did for buying my first SUV. Well, it was a journey, so come along for the ride. We're here at Lexus because I initially felt that my next vehicle, after 7 years of not driving a Lexus, I would be buying another Lexus. So I did have a Lexus in the past. I had the ES330 and I absolutely love my vehicle. So when buying my new vehicle, which I wanted an SUV, I just felt that it was going to be another Lexus. So I started out at the Lexus dealership first. With that being said, this vehicle that I'm purchasing is actually a birthday gift. My birthday was in October 2024. Was my 50th birthday. Yay, me, a milestone birthday. And I wanted to purchase myself an SUV. So I waited because I didn't know exactly which SUV I wanted. I thought it would be a Lexus, but I just didn't, I hadn't gone out looking. I hadn't really been looking online. I just knew that my birthday gift to myself would be an SUV. It wasn't no rush because I did already have a vehicle. But again, I was going to purchase myself an SUV. And I just was trying to figure out which one I actually wanted. Started with a Lexus dealer. These vehicles that I'm looking at right now were really nice. Again, the other thing is I knew that I wanted a white car, a white SUV, and I wanted to either have black or like the beige cream peanut color seats. So that's what I was looking for. These two vehicles right here were sold. I really did like this white one. I actually like both of those vehicles, even the green one I like. But again, both of these were already sold. I couldn't even like touch it or anything. Get in, touch it, nothing, because they were sold, just waiting. The buyers were actually in the building and they were just finishing up the paperwork. But I did do a couple shots of the vehicles and they were gorgeous. I actually really did like them. Again, even the green one, and that day I had on that army green color, so it went with my outfit. So that is the GS550. Really nice vehicle. Now we move on to the Mercedes-Benz dealership, which I will give a quick backstory. I actually had two dreams that I purchased a Mercedes-Benz. I have never driven a Mercedes-Benz before. Now, this was back in like December, January-ish. I had these dreams about a month or so apart. I had two dreams that I had purchased myself a Mercedes-Benz. I've never driven a Mercedes-Benz. The Mercedes had never crossed my mind to purchase because, like I said, I've always loved Lexus, and I just thought that would be my next vehicle again when I decided to purchase another vehicle. So anyway, here I left the Lexus dealership, went to the Mercedes dealership because I just wanted to see, what did they have to offer. This one that I'm looking at, I actually did really love this vehicle here. This was the GLS. Nice. It has the 3 rows, so it still was a bit too big. So a couple days later, I am now back at the Lexus dealer. So I'm like, okay, let me just try and see if there is anything in the building on the lot of a Lexus that I would like to purchase. This one here, I came very close to getting this one. It was the exact same color as my ES330 that I had in the past. This one was really nice. It wasn't white, but it was still a light color that I did want. It wasn't too big. It was still sporty. I didn't want to get anything too big. I didn't want to look like a soccer mom because it would probably only be me in the vehicle most of the time. And then sometimes my son would be in there with me. But otherwise, I wanted an SUV, but I didn't want to look too big. This was a really nice. It even had the black interior that I wanted because I wanted the cream peanut color or the black interior with a white vehicle. This one wasn't white, but it was a nice color that I like. This vehicle here, that was someone else's vehicle. So now I leave the Lexus dealer, and a couple days later I went to the CarMax because the Lexus that I kind of liked, it wasn't the color that I like. It did not have a sunroof. So I also wanted a panoramic sunroof. So I'm like, if I'm not going to get the white color that I want, at least want the sunroof. So they didn't have the sunroof. And that one also it wasn't certified pre-owned, but it had a lot of miles on it. And I didn't want a lot of miles. I was a little picky with getting my car. After 7 years of purchasing a new vehicle, I just wanted it to be, pretty much close to exactly what I wanted. So finally, I found exactly what I wanted. White with the black interior. It is a Mercedes, so it is my dream vehicle. Literally, I had a dream that I purchased a Mercedes. Here's me after the purchase went through. They even put a bow on top of the vehicle for me. It's not my color because if you know me, you know purple is my color. However, yellow is beautiful. And yes, I got my vehicle, my dream car. Literally, I dreamt that I had driven a Mercedes. And backstory, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, I had never even driven a Mercedes in my life until I purchased this car. I love how the drive was nice. The miles were low. I mean, like literally, the person that had this car never took it anywhere. The car was spotless. The miles were low. It is an electric vehicle. It's a hybrid, so it runs on gas and the electric. I love this car. It fits me perfect. When I got in it, I fell in love.